He put on his blue gloves and he said, man, I hope to God you ain't do what I think you did. You got to be the stupidest ever. And he was like, what do you mean? What do you mean? He said, man, shut up, bend over, pull your boxes down. Pulled his boxes down, and during the time he dug up in his, the phone went off again.
Prison Stories 101, man. We back once again, man, with another special episode. Gizzle, man. What's good with you?
Man? What's happening?
Every time we do these prison stories, man, we try to, take a look at some of the past ones that you've done, some of the comments. Some things you say sometimes rile people up. A lot of people, I'm going to lie, on the last one, it was just a lot of positive energy, man. A lot of people loving your lingo, loving your tone, and they saying what you're saying is real. That's one thing that people like who haven't been, or people that have been in different units, they're like questioning these stories. But as more people chime in, they're like, nah, oh boy, speaking real.
Yeah.
But there was one thing that was said, though, and I got to get your take on it, is when you had mentioned you would like for everyone to go free. Like everyone in prison should go free. Can you expound on what you meant by that?
Yeah, they fried me in the skillet on that one, bro. But they misunderstood what I was saying. It came out wrong. What I was trying to say was this. Me, myself, I just don't wish prison on nobody. You know what I'm saying? We all done some fucked up shit. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like the punishment that a lot of us get oversees what we supposed to get. Because let's be clear. When judgment day comes, we're going to get punished for it anyway. You know what I'm saying? So all I'm saying is, I'm not saying that nobody should go to jail. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, look how steep some of these punishments be. And everybody ain't you heard me, cut out for prison. Everybody ain't cut out for jail. And then you got those in there that are innocent as hell. You hear it like, oh, I swear to God, I didn't do it. For some people, that's true. But you don't find out till 10, 15 years later that you can get your name cleared, and then you get out and get a pat on the back and we sorry. And like, you just took this man's whole life. And although a bag go with that, because it's what, $1,000 a day for every day you was wrongfully locked up?
That's what I was wondering, like, how much is it?
Yeah, it's like $1,000 a day. But at the end of the day, let's say he was locked up, because a lot of these dudes be locked up 20, 25 years, and then forensics finally step up and say, we goofed up. It wasn't him. It doesn't match. We got to let him go free. So after 25 years, you're like, oh, my people coming home and this and that. And then the boy come out with their bag, but he's been torn down so much during a 25-year expansion period that he'll never be the same. Even the money you give him ain't gonna do him no good, because this is home now. This is all he know. He grew up right here. For a lot of dudes and shit right now, I know dudes and shit that will catch a fresh charge before their sentence is over, just so they can stay. Because they institutionalized. They scared to come outside because they can't handle it. And it's crazy, but it's true. You got some people who will never get looked down on in this world because they ain't about nothing. But when they catch a bid, oh, you run the penitentiary. Oh, you one of them haymakers and shit, you got it. You got that respect. Everything you couldn't get in the street, you got it in here. You got the hoes, you got the dope, you got the respect, you got the hand game, you got all that. Everything at your disposal. Now imagine having that for 15 plus years. And then they all of us, all right, man, time to go. Where the fuck am I going? It's time to go home. I am at home. That's why a lot of them, they come out and they end up coming right back in. Because they come out here and they be like, oh no, hell no. You're not going to disrespect me. I don't give a fuck who you is, because this is what they're used to. Respect. I'm out here looking for a job. I'm out here doing this, that, and the third, trying to get my family together, and they bitching and barking at me or want more than what I have. You know, that's just like my baby mamas. I'm going to catch some smoke for it, but fuck it. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I come out, you steady putting me on child support and asking for an upgrade and shit. You know I got skills. You know I got talent. You know I deal with movies, music, all this shit. But it's a process the way this shit goes. Y'all so thirsty. So thirsty, bro. So thirsty to the point you won't even fully let me go get the bag before you try to take it from me.
All right, you touching on something here, man. Let's kind of go through this, because it was, people watch movies like Central Park 5 to where back in the day before DNA and forensics was using DNA, you could just blame somebody for a rape, and then they set off, and then DNA comes back, oh, this person wasn't that. And to let a man like that, who done 25 years, who've been through everything in the penitentiary system, out into the free world, and expect him to be a civilian again. Oh, you're not a felon. You could get a job. You could be normal. For them to expect that.
It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen, bro. I say out of every 5 that they let go like that, you might get one of them that can confine themselves to society and walk along the guidelines and stuff of being free. And even for that person, it's hard. But for the other 4, they ain't gonna know how to act. They ain't gonna know how to act. They used to having the money, the power, the respect, the girls, the hoes, the fuck niggas, the dick and the booty niggas. They used to have all this that they right here. What they say goes. Now you come back out here, now I got you bitching at me. I got you bitching at me. I got you looking at me. It's like, I ain't scared of you. You know what I'm saying? They got guns out here. They got all this shit. So now you put me back, you take me out of my box and you put me right here, and it's like being on an airplane. The world is so big. Everything is so big until you get so far up, and then everything start looking like ants. And that's how they come out of prison. They institutionalized. They used to respect. They used to this, that, and the third. Well, you no longer have to do that, because once you come out, it's the American way to do whatever you want to do. But your respect ain't no different than mine. Nigga, fuck you. Who is you? What you say? Say, man, you cutting me? I know a dude that went to Slowski's, man, to get a sandwich made, and end up stabbing the dude 17 times because he cut him in the line. He cut him in the line. To this day, they didn't understand what happened, what went wrong, why he jumped up and did what he did, but I understood. Once they said that he had just done 12 years in one of the rawest penitentiaries in the world, I already knew what it was.
Is it the cutting in the line, or is it the disrespect of not saying excuse me? Like, what is it that clicks in someone's head?
If you say excuse me, it's not enough. For us, we live by a different set of rules than society do. It ain't no excuse me, and now you cool, you can get up here with your homeboy. Wait your turn. Period. There's no getting around that. So if I came up here and I just ordered my food, you know what I'm saying, and I'm sitting up here waiting on my food, and you jump right in front of me and be like, excuse me, hold on, partner. So, hey, I ordered this, what's it called? I'm going to feel some type of way. Say, man, you can complain all you want to, but you're going to do it back there. I'm trying to get my food. What you say? And here you go.
That's crazy, because so many people would do that outside the world who never set foot in the penitentiary. They don't have respect like that. They'll just be like, my situation is more important than yours. And they don't know how much time or what this man behind them did in order to get to this moment right here.
Exactly.
Damn, 17 times.
And they ain't ready for it. So you think you done set this man down for something he didn't even do for 25 years. And now you're saying, we made a mistake. You're free to go. No, I don't want to go, really. I mean, I want to leave because I was never supposed to be here in the first place, but I have been conditioned in this environment. So if outside is not like this environment, I'm not going to know how to breathe. I'm dead. If I got all this power in here and you tell me today, all right, time to go home. Damn, where did the time go? You know what I'm saying? I had life. Yeah, you just did 25 of it. Basically, 25 to life is life. So if you pull 25, you just did a life sentence. So now you like, damn, I'm nervous and shit. Everybody like, man, you going home? Man, oh man, they got them hoes out there. They got BBLs now. They got this. And you like, they got what? What the fuck is that? Oh, they got such you put in your ear and stuff, this and that. They got drones. They got all this stuff. And really, I don't care nothing about that. That's not my world. This is. Since the day you sentenced me, this has been my world. And I had to adapt to so much shit that I never wanted to. But once I did it, I went hard with it. Now I earned my place in here, and you telling me it's time to go home?
You can't, it's hard to repeat that same respect because it took you that many years to garner that lifestyle that you have in there. And now you reset back to zero. Mentally, I can see that breaking some people. Like, I'm back down to nothing. Like, and I did all this to where.
Yeah, because when you get out here, you got to fill out applications. You got to get a job. You got people bitching and barking at you. And you ain't used to that because I'm the person that everybody respected. You're not going to come at me like that. I'm a man. And I die for my respect.
What do you think Big Meech mentally is going through based on being so institutionalized, coming out? He has money. It ain't like he came out broke, but.
Nah, he ain't broke.
Yeah, when you see him and like every time people always say he looks awkward when he's in like smile, like he just be looking kind of awkward when he's in pictures and stuff.
He's confused. He's confused because a person of that stature, and you know that's the big homie.
Yeah.
I know the big homie. A person of that stature getting locked up at the high peak of his career, whether it be a criminal career, you know what I'm saying, Fortune 500 in the fame, all that, it don't matter. When you get locked up, all that taken from you at that time, sometimes you get stuck. So that's why you see some people when they get out of prison and stuff, they still want to run to sag their pants and, you know what I'm saying, go put deuces on their ride and all this kind of stuff. And it's like, that's nice. We don't do that no more. You know what I'm saying?
They're stuck from the time that they went in, like how it was when they went in. They like, this is what I was on.
It's like everything was on pause. So now when I get out, I'm expecting this. I made plans for this. I done detailed it in my writing and stuff, in my brain. This is funny. I already know what's up.
Based on the world you left.
Based on the world I left. And then I get out, it's ha, 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 ha. My son doing good. My son treat me to this, that, and the third and stuff. And he bring me this nigga and shit, Rick Ross. And you like, I don't know what you going through with this man. I don't even care. I'm a businessman, and I'm a businessman that put multitudes of different people, even enemies, all in one cartel, and we all ate. And that's what he's used to. Now you come out and it's a whole bunch of games. Nobody really cares about what you did before. They just want to be nosy about the story about how you did it.
That's real. So on the flip side of that, from your original statement that everybody needs to be let free, who do you feel needs to be in prison? Who do you feel needs to be locked up? And what type of time do they deserve?
It really depends on what you did because I get it. If somebody killed my mama, you know what I'm saying, in cold blood, this, that, and the third, and my only get back, my only lick back is to see you rot in jail and stuff. I get it. You know what I'm saying? But then there's the pedophiles, those the ones I feel like should never see the light of day. Because you ruined somebody's life. You ruined somebody's child. And you not only ruined that child's life, you ruined everything around them. Because it's just like throwing a pebble in the water. It ricochets. So everything associated with this child as she is growing up is going to be fucked up. You giving everybody a hard time. Because she don't know who to trust. She don't know what to do. She don't know how to harbor these feelings and shit and keep it from exploding on everybody else.
Monsters create monsters.
Monsters create monsters. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like if you didn't do that harsh of a crime, yeah, I feel like you should be free. You know what I'm saying? But I can't speak for murderers and stuff like that. I mean, it's a fine line there. Because what if that person did it out of defense?
It's a fine line.
It's a fine line. So I would be wrong to say you don't deserve your freedom because you killed such and such and this, that, and the third. We don't know what the true story, underlying story that's been swept up under the rug. We don't know.
Even now, you do security gigs to where, Texas, Florida, some other states have a stand your ground law. What are your thoughts on the stand your ground law? Do some people hide under that to get away with a free body?
Yeah, they hide up under that to get away. I mean, I would myself. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's the perfect way it's the perfect way. I fought hard as hell to get my gun license back.
Congratulations on that.
Appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? I fought hard as hell. And somebody not you know what I'm saying, who helped me get it, you know what I'm saying? That's between y'all and them. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Trump did a lot of favors for me, so, you know what I'm saying?
Do you believe in eye for an eye? Like if the crime what crime you commit should be the crime that happens to you, or let's just say, because you mentioned that some of these crimes don't deserve the time that they throw. So it's hard to gauge like how much time to give somebody based on the crimes they commit, based on will they commit it again. So do you believe in eye for an eye? Like if it's death, it should be death for death, rape for rape, whatever it is.
I'm not gonna lie to you, me per se, I can't speak for nobody else, so please don't get upset with me. I can only speak for me. Tit for tat, my wife, anybody will tell you this was my thing. My thing. You slap me, I'm gonna slap the shit out of you. You know what I'm saying? You kill my homeboy, I'm finna try to kill 2 or 3 of yours. You know, but as I've gotten older and stuff, it's like it's not even worth it, bro. It's not even worth it. Because after I have proceeded with my plan of getting you back, I found out that I'm not satisfied. I'm still hungry for doing something else to make myself feel good. And it doesn't come. I still get nightmares about stuff that I've done. You know what I'm saying? To get back at somebody else. Because they've done something to me or somebody I love. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I had to kind of grow out of that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. They say the battle is the Lord. That's what they say. That's what the books say. But it also says an eye for an eye.
That's what it says.
It also say turn the other cheek. But then it's like, how many cheeks does one have to turn?
Right. What is I forgot the movie Straw, but like you can only take so much.
You can only take so much.
Do you believe in the death penalty? What's your thoughts on that? And what's your thoughts on death row?
I feel like after smelling them bodies, bro, walking through the walls unit, you know what I'm saying, on the day that them fried somebody and you want to feed us some motherfucking fried chicken, I feel like that's wrong. I feel like lethal injection is wrong because a whole lot of times they come back 10, 12 years after that and find out that they was wrong, that that person didn't do it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It just wasn't enough time and patience for them to figure it out, to find what they needed to clear a person. You know what I'm saying? And this person sitting there trembling and praying to God that it don't go that far, and it does. You know what I'm saying?
For a person who actually does commit a crime, let's say a mass murderer, he's like, I plead guilty, I did it. That person who took multiple lives, do you believe that?
And the old me would say, shit, nigga, you need to get your ass done. You know what I'm saying? It's just like when you walk into a USP prison and you're a pedophile. You did something to somebody's daughter. You did that. We all look at it like this. That could have been my daughter, homie. That could have been my mama. That could have been my sister. That could have been my little girl that you did that to. So since they're not here to avenge themselves, I'm going to do it for them. That's the old me. The new me says, the battle is the Lord. The battle is the Lord. I try so hard. I ain't perfect, bro. I'm not. I'm still working on me. He's still working on me. You know what I'm saying? But technically, I feel like in the end, like I was saying, we're going to get punished for our wrong deeds regardless if we're not forgiven. So who are you to sit here and play God while you're here on this earth when you bleed like me?
It's always more about the person who actually presses the button or pulls the, like for that person, like you're basically doing exactly what you put this man in jail for.
Exactly.
And you feel like it's justified by the state.
You're no better than that person.
Yeah. Can I ask you, you mentioned, of course, which is wild, I never thought about someone getting electrocuted and then they're serving, with the smell, they're serving chicken. I never thought about that. Lethal injection has been a thing, but they've also brought back the shooting gallery, the death by, gun range.
Firing squad.
Yeah, firing squad. What are your thoughts on that? Because that's actually an option that they're giving back to inmates. Like,
it just goes back to the same thing, bro. Like, I don't feel nobody who bleed as much as I bleed. You know what I'm saying? Got the same set of hands, feet, and this, that. You have no more than I have, that you have the right to make me make that decision. You know? Now, if it was some type of angelic beings that was walking around the earth punishing people for what they did, then hey, it is what it is. You got that right. You know what I'm saying? You were sent by the Messiah. You know what I'm saying? But little Larry, the little snotty nose ass niggas from down the street and shit that couldn't get a girl and shit, who trick every day in the club and shit, who pick at his nose, who ain't got no fight in them and this and that. But now that you got this position and shit, all you want to do is press a lever.
Yeah.
All you want to do is sit up there, write your name, put your signature down saying, kill him, kill him, kill him.
It's crazy because technically we're all sinners. So the person,
we are all sinners. We're born in sin.
The person who's judging, they're doing something behind closed doors as well. To like, how do you justify we're all sinners, but you get to pull a lever a lot this time or a lot this sentence? And I'm like, it's kind of it's a mind fuck when you let it really like play with your head. Like, it's kind of wild.
And that's not justice, bro. That's not justice. Right. I'm telling you, I've did some things that'll give some people the chills behind me trying to get my lick back. I know I'm going to get punished for it in the end. I know I am. Yeah. But who are you to walk up and snatch me out of a situation and dictate how I get it? I mean, when it's all said and done and it's over with and we all dead standing in the line to talk to God and this and that, are you going to stand there and advocate for me and shit? You ain't got to do nothing to him. I got him. I took care of him. Come on, man. He gonna say, depart from me, I never knew you.
It's facts. This is facts. So let's do it like this, man. If you don't mind, because, this is always an education to people who don't know how things work inside the penitentiary system. Again, you done state and fed. Can you explain, from what your knowledge is, the difference between a low, a medium, and a max?
Well, federal guidelines, you have this big old orange book, and I'm not exaggerating. It's literally this thick. Penal codes, everything you need to know about the feds is in this book. And it's going to tell you that really you're not being sentenced for what you just done. I'm sentencing you off of your past. Every misdemeanor is 1 point. Every felony is 3 points that you've had in your life. And we're going to use this to tally this up. And it's going to say, oh, you got 9 points? Oh, you got 10? Oh, you got 5? Oh, you got 26? You're going automatically, first time. This may be your first time ever going to jail. But because you had past felonies that you never did time for, they stacked up. 3. My lawyer got me off on this. My lawyer got me off on that. You know what I'm saying? I did community service on this. This was a traffic ticket. This was this, that, and the third. By the time they tally that up, you're going to the USP, United States Penitentiary. And it's a shocker to some people because they feel like, oh, no, this is my first time. My first time. They don't care. They don't care. Now, you had a bunch of misdemeanors in your past and you got 5 or 6 points. As bad as they probably want to send your ass to the penitentiary, they can't. Because these are guidelines. So those 6 points are going to send you to a camp or a low. 9 times out of 10, you're going to a camp. You're still free.
Yeah, what's the camp like? What does it look like?
How can I compare this? Yeah, we've been camping.
I haven't personally, but go ahead. I've seen it many times. I've been out in the woods, yes.
Okay. Imagine being out in the middle of nowhere and you're staying in a trailer. Imagine that when they call count time and all this kind of stuff, you can be anywhere that you ain't got no business being as long as you back by the time they say count time. Imagine having a visitation and you can go step outside and look down the road and say, that's my granny. That's my granny coming right there. I'm finna go meet her at the car. To me, that's freedom, homie.
Yeah, shit.
Versus me have to sit up there, I'm fiddling my fingers, waiting and shit. I don't know if my people here or not. And then you sit up there, gotta frisk and feel all my people and shit, make them damn near get naked and shit. Then they get up in here, you say, oh, 1 kiss before, 1 kiss at the end. You know what I'm saying? Part ways, sit right here, boom, boom, you still dictating. You know what I'm saying? This is how it is when you locked up. Your people go through much shit as you go through just to come and see your ass. Medium. It's a fine line between the medium and the camp. The camp and the USP. The medium is right there in the middle. So depending on where your points is at, that's where you're going. Although some of them pop it off, a lot of them don't want no trouble. Reason being because there's all types of favor going on.
What you mean?
Favor, as in like the visits, the staying up.
Things you could lose.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you got more to lose.
Yeah, you got more to lose when you on the USP. So if a pedophile come through there and y'all just seen this boy face on the news and y'all know damn well what he did, you're going to turn the other cheek. Ain't my business. I'm going to leave that alone. My focus is here trying to get to the house or trying to get to a lower, custody, you know what I'm saying, so I can get even more favor out of this situation and shit. I mean, my sperm donor went to Fort Worth and he was on the medical unit. I went to go see this nigga and I was just like, when I got there and we were pulling up, this nigga was in the creek fishing.
Oh.
Fishing. He walked up on me, I was like, nigga, you ain't locked up, man. Don't call me no more.
Fishing.
That's crazy.
Fishing is wild.
Yeah.
Catch and release of hope.
They got washers and dryers. They got TVs in their cells and all that shit. You ain't seeing none of that in the USP.
Can someone with a life sentence be in the low, be in the camp?
Yes, they can.
Wow.
Yes, they can. Like I say, it depends on your points. And then if you went to a USP or Supermax, wherever you went to, what you call that shit? That program and shit.
We're gonna get you out of it.
Damn. Anyway, there's such thing as working your way down to get back down to that status. You might have started off way up here because of your points spread, but after a while, after they look at you and this and that, you can't come up for an interview and shit, and they be like, yeah, we're gonna knock these points off. We're gonna knock these points off. But I got life. You better act accordingly. So it is people with life sentences on the camp. I done seen it. And they're low. You know what I'm saying? And when I say they quiet as a mouse, they quiet as a mouse.
I believe. So when it comes to the max, Supermax, the highs, I've heard people having troubles in mediums, getting caught with stuff or whatever happens, and they get shipped off to a max. They got to do, now they got to go to, what are they looking at to go from like a medium to like a max? A
Supermax Florence or something like that, 23 or whatever. I mean, it just depends. I mean, you can stab somebody and catch that, or you can have too much influence. You know what I'm saying? Or they just shipping you around and they tired of fucking with you because you're a problem.
So what are they expecting? Because I interviewed one guy and he said that basically, he was caught with a phone. He was in a medium. They sent him to a max. He said, first couple of days there, he seen maybe 2 bodies. He didn't see that while he was in the medium. He said he got to the max, he seen 2 men lose their lives within the first few days. I'm like, there's a difference in lifestyle.
Yeah, because they're not gonna play with you, bro. And what you do follows you. Never think you can get away with anything. Whatever you've done somewhere else, they're going to shoot their kite and it's going to beat you there. When they say meet me there, beat me there, don't just meet me there. That's some real shit.
Come on. Yeah.
Because we've gotten kites in the USP about somebody that did something. This wasn't no free world shit that he's done. He's created a disturbance on the farm. So he ended up getting shipped along with a whole lot of other people. And it's like, he's coming here. Kite got to us 3 days before he got there.
Damn.
And went to the fence. All the homies went to the fence. He read it off, told us what happened, and said, when they get here, we basically don't say nothing to them. We're going to bake him a cake.
He can't make no explanation. He can't come in and, hey, y'all, this was, it's damn, 3 days before. 3 days to prep for his arrival is crazy.
Wow. If you've been investigated already, whatever they came up with, you're going to have to eat that cake, bro. you're gonna have to eat that cake, bro.
Yeah.
Ain't no talking your way out of it. I got this much commissary, this much money. I can put this on your books and shit. Lord and Lamb.
Hey, oh, man.